What is up, guys? Carlo here. Welcome yet to a delayed video, so apologies for that. And this is regarding ta-da, iMac Pro. So I have an iMac Pro now, 27 inch, which is awesome, fantastic. So, as most of you know, I had a 21.5 inch iMac, which was a great machine. I'm not going to lie to you. Fully maxed out, mind you. It had all the bells and whistles in it. It was great. But as most of you guys know, this was like a temporary thing until Apple released a new Mac Pro, which they might do today. Today's October 30th. There's a keynote due at 10:30 this morning, and it is shown, I think, 2 PM in UK, UK time. So they might do today, and I hope they do. I really do. I hope they release one. But I got very, very impatient. And even though the 21.5 inch was really good and it did the job, I did feel a bit of chugging. Some of the things I was doing, editing wise, I did feel that the machine started chugging along a bit, and I see the little beach ball started spinning, and yeah, you could see it was straining. And that weren't good. I can't work like that. I've always worked in machines that can handle what I do. And when I'm working on a project, I don't like to have no crashes. I don't like to be laggy, so on and so on. Very similar to you gamers out there. There's a lot of people, obviously, on YouTube will understand if you're playing a video game, you don't want it to lag. The faster the better. So it's very, very similar, or if not identical in the sense for content creating and video editing. That's how I feel. I don't want it to lag, and I don't want it to chug along when I'm adding layers or I'm adding certain effects into the timeline. So I took the leap and I got the iMac Pro, which is amazing. It really is. Well, it's what you expect for a machine of that caliber, of that price. It's workstation grade, so yeah, it's an insanely fast machine. So, couple of specs on it. This is 14 core model. I wanted to get the 14 core because if they do release, a new Mac Pro today, if they announce one, I think it's going to be between the 12 and 18 core model. I think it's going to be, if not identical, core-wise and processor-wise to what they've got in the iMac Pro. And this is what I think. This is my personal opinion. So I thought a 14 core model would be the sweet spot for me. And that's why I went for it. And I've had 8 core models in the past. I've had quite a few of 8 core. I've had an 8 core iMac Mac Pro, which is the older version, but I wanted to sort of like make sure, because I was spending quite a bit on this, I wanted to future-proof it to last me for the next 3 or 4 years, because I'm at this stage now where I don't want another computer. I just want this one to stay where it is, and that's it. And I've no need to upgrade. I can just work off this. Don't need to upgrade it, especially with the RAM, because I've got 128 gigabytes of GDDR4 RAM, which is flipping stupid, really. It's so fast. Got 2 terabyte hard drive in this, and I think it's got the 16 gigabyte of VRAM on the graphics, which, yeah, it's perfect. It's going to do everything I need it to do, which is great. Working with red footage, working with Alexa footage, working with the new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K camera, which I've got coming in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be easy. I'll tell a lie. I did, when I put the 4K raw Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera 4K footage, I downloaded some examples. I did see it chugging. It was chugging a bit, and I thought, Jesus. By the time I add my layers on this, my colour correction and all this, I reckon a 21.5 inch is going to struggle a bit. It's going to do it, but I think it's still going to struggle a bit. So that was another factor why I upgraded pretty quickly to this one. Also, I sat there and thought to myself, okay, I could wait for the Mac Pro, but I think I'm getting more value for money on this because you get the 5K screen, the brand new 5K screen which has got a lot more vibrance. I'm not very technically minded when it comes to the technology behind it. All I know is the screen's a lot brighter, it's a lot sharper, and you can tell when you're working on this. I literally can't work in 5K on this machine. It's way too small. It's so detailed, it's frightening. So basically I've got it set to default at the moment, which is a very high resolution. I think it's sort of like a 4K panel at the moment. But yeah, 5K, until we start finding the need to work in 5K, I'll stick with the way it is, the default settings at the moment, because yeah, 5K is way too small. I can't bloody see it. I wear glasses as it is now, so yeah. So I got really impatient. I started getting pissed off, to be perfectly honest, when it came to the Mac Pro, waiting for it. And if they do release one today, it'd be like, yes, for all the people that have been waiting for a Mac Pro, including myself that was waiting, I'll be happy to see what they come up with. But me personally, I honestly feel that the specs of that machine are going to be very similar to the iMac Pro. It's just going to be more modular, I think. But yeah, I'm happy with it, and I do like working in the Apple ecosystem. But the great thing is, because this is a very, very hefty spec machine, I've got 2 terabytes of storage. I'm going to put Windows on a partition my hard drive, which I've already done, by the way. So I've got 1 terabyte free. I'm going to find the time during the week, hopefully, to stick Windows on there, 10, and put some games on there and see how it performs with games. There's no reason why this should destroy any game I put on it, on the Windows side of things. There's no games out for Mac, so well, there is, but I wouldn't play video games or games like that on the OS X side of things. I'd play it on Windows. So it'd be great to stick Windows on this as well, because I know it's going to be able to handle any Windows program I throw at it. And it will also allow me to put my 3ds Max back on Windows, which I use 3ds Max quite a lot, which is great. And I know 3ds Max is going to run like a dream on this thing. Most of all other programs I run on OS X, which is like Maya, Premiere. Oh my god, Final Cut on this is just flipping insanely stupidly fast. It just renders out straight away. It's a crazy machine. So here it is, guys. Not very sort of detailed, but as you can see, I've got this screen vertical now. So when I open up a project now in Premiere Pro, I have all my information on this screen here, and I have all the editing on this machine here. So it's great. I've not upgraded to the latest CC yet, which I'll probably have to do later on this week, which I probably will do. The only reason is because I'm working on a project at the moment. I don't want anything to jeopardise that. I made that mistake when I started working on schizophrenia. I was working in it and I was editing away in it, and everything was going good. And then I upgraded to this version now, which is now, and yeah, I ruined the whole project. So I'm not going to upgrade to the new version of the CC Suite 2019 until this movie's finished. But as you can see here, I've got all my information on this side. So I know it's not very detailed what you can see, but when I double click on this, yeah, it's loading my media in. As you can see, I've got all my information down on this screen, all my project files, everything here works great. My timeline is absolutely bloody humongous, which is fantastic. I could work in this screen here. This real estate is more than enough. This is equivalent to like 1080p screen size here, which is perfect, output in 4K, which is amazing, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I feel very comfortable working in that sort of scenario. Now, this monitor here is not staying. I am going to upgrade to a Thunderbolt display at some point, but that is something I'm waiting to see today, to see if Apple release any new monitors. Because if they do release a 5K monitor, which matches the iMac Pro, that will go horizontally in this side. Like this one here is so I can have all my data, my sound, my levels, whatever I need will go on this. So that's why I've not changed that one yet. This one is sort of like a relatively, this is a source monitor, this is a proper TV, not a TV, oh, what do they call it? It's like a proper output monitor, so everything is correct. If you do colour grading, I'll bring all my colour grading, let me just swing around for you guys. So I'll just select my scopes here, and then everything I put on there, it will show TV accurate, if that makes sense. I can't remember what they call it, but yeah, it's not a cheap monitor this, it's not a cheap one, but I do want to sort of try and get it to match with this screen. And if they release a 5K version of that, then of a monitor, I can have it vertically mounted onto my bracket the way it is, and I think that look pretty awesome. But everything just works, and that's what I think is most important. I do love Windows, and I'm putting Windows on this because I love Windows 10. But I like working on Mac, and everything I've got is, you know, I use the Apple Watch. You know, I use the Apple Watch. I use the iPhone. You know, I use the iMac. Everything works together really, really nicely, and that's, I think, what has kept me just using a Mac and not building a PC. Because I could have built a PC and turned it into a Hackintosh, which is another point. Most of you guys have probably noticed I haven't done a lot of Hackintosh videos. I got in a lot of trouble, which I've not mentioned on the channel. Apple copyright flagged one of my videos, one of my Hackintosh videos, and it was quite ruthless actually, if not very ruthless. So I said, no, I can't do this no more, because they are cracking down. So if you do Hackintosh videos out there, I'll be warned, mate, Apple are not pissing about now. They are cracking down on YouTube videos with Hackintosh content, and they will copyright you. They will catch up with you, and they will copyright you. So more details on this iMac Pro coming during the week, specs, desktop, all that good shit. Thank you so much for your support, guys, and as always, love you lots, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.